Yeah. Walk up to Ace and be like, all right, I'm done with what I was working on earlier. You want to get into that Lowe's, Sears, or whatever it's called?
Sure. We got a vehicle for us to take?
Yeah, my little car doesn't really have that much gas left, and Fletch kind of left his truck at apparently a ditch halfway down part of the way down the road. So we could take the big semi truck and just take it slow and not and maybe pick up the truck along the way. I don't know.
Ace says sure. With the rig without a trailer, you'd be able to power through most things.
That's the idea.
Yeah, by all means.
Anyone else? Do you think anyone else would want to go? I thought about asking Grace since we found her there and all.
Ace says probably for the best if you ask her. She hasn't gone into any other form of task yet, so seems like she'd be suitable for scavenging. At least that's what I heard about her skill set.
Trusty Tony will raise an eyebrow and then nod. Do you know where she is?
He shrugs. I don't know.
All
I've been
right.
looking at these all day.
Well, Trusty Tony has a groovy mystery to solve.
Groovy.
Jinkies.
Like zoinks. Now, when do we get the talking dog? Because Potman could use a talking dog right now.
Potman has been the talking dog this entire time.
Shit. Of course.
Anyways, Tony will go off looking for Grace. And because Tony's being who Tony is, he's not going to ask anyone if they've seen Grace.
Well, Trusty Tony will be the first person to see Grace, as he'll be coming back in from outside talking to Ace from the helicopters. There she is, standing out on the first floor.
Hey, I was looking for you.
Oh, so you... Okay. So the 7th floor isn't covered in acid, right?
Last I left it.
Okay.
God willing.
God willing, it is not.
Alright, I assume you're ready to go back to the Lowe's, then?
Yeah, we're gonna... Theoretically, along the way, we're gonna try to pick up the truck that Fletch decided to deposit in a ditch, but... Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are great at that.
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know how badly it is in the ditch, but hey, I'm hoping everything goes well. Either way, we're going to be taking a semi-truck, which we're going to be driving a little slower than normal because I don't know how to drive a semi. Just to be honest with you.
Yeah. I hear it's under an entirely different skill purview.
I'm going to choose to interpret that as you saying it's an entirely different monster or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. Ace is going to come along with us because he wants to.
Glasses?
Yeah, he's a pretty all right guy. Can handle himself.
Most people here seem pretty alright, aside from the scowly masked man.
Starscream?
Yeah, that guy. Kind of sounds like he's got a throat full of gravel.
Don't know his story, so I can't ask. But hey, let's go grab Ace and then get in the car. Take whatever you need to,
Gonna help the cross, but yeah, I got what I need.
Yeah, we're gonna be heading down to the Lowe's, and if there's another store nearby that catches our eye, maybe we'll go to it.
Get in the car.
Getting in the car.
Yes, and then we get in ye olde less trusty roller cab.
Ye olde.
Sure. Let me go ahead and move you three over there to this wonderful thing where everything is 15 miles away. Now I'll go ahead and offer the possibility. The ye old less trusty roller cab is certainly less maneuverable. It doesn't handle as well as other vehicles that Trusty Tony is used to handling, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of experience driving the truck, but on the flip side, he'll be able to power through things. The choice would be whether to accept that -3 driving penalty, with an extra -2 because you don't have the skill for driving this vehicle, or to say that you can make the driving skill check at no penalty, but I can guarantee that due to the slowness of you driving, you're gonna get into a combat. Like, there's gonna be, like, zombies who, like, grab onto the semi and basically dangle on.
Can I ask what kind of zombies?
Well, they would be ones who are capable of grabbing onto the vehicle.
Okay, so it's going to be the jaunty zombies. Alright. And I'm going to assume that walking would give us the exact same thing.
Walking, well, that would just take a longer time. Like, I guess you could say, if you really wanted to, you could drive all the way out to 340 and then walk the rest of the way. Like, you could go to maybe where the little pickup that couldn't was left, and then over that overpass, and then through the town, you could walk the rest of the way. The problem is that you'd have to haul all the things you get out of the Lowe's back to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
But that would allow you to avoid the driving penalty, because, like, these roads, even without skill, Trusty Tony could easily drive on that road between Fort Drake and 340.
Mm-hmm. This is making me really, really wish that Fletch had not wrecked the car.
Well, look, he was the one who wanted to find the little pickup that couldn't, and mistakes happen, okay? Not everyone. You ain't fucking Trusty Tony nuked his driving rules as well.
we rolled oddly similar rolls going into that.
And the way you hear it, I mean, the truck is still functional. Mm-hmm. It's just flipped upside down or something.
All right. I have the idea I was tossing around was that we'd drive out to the pickup truck, and then we would try to get that out, and we'd take the pickup truck the rest of the way in.
I think it wasn't flipped over. I think that was the car, and you guys flipped that over. I think what was wrong with the truck is that it just got caught on so many zombie bodies that dropped down there that it couldn't move.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Which would be like a combat situation, but it would not be a guaranteed jaunty zombie combat situation. I'm talking out of my ass here because
so jaunty.
Sure, you don't know what the situation will be there, but that would save you from having to make a roll with a semi that Trusty Tony really doesn't know how to drive.
But for how long? I think that's what we'll do unless Grace or Ace decides to say something else.
Ace is going to go along for the ride.
He
trusts the efficacy of Trusty Tony.
Trust in the Tony.
Alright, I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the oldie semi out until we get to the little truck that couldn't, I guess is its name.
The little truck that couldn't.
Okay. What I want you to do for me, if you would not mind, please, sir, is, let me take a look at things. I want for you to roll me, Jordan, a 1d6.
Secret?
No, you can do it out in the open. Just a 1d6. And you break my fucking Java by rolling a 1d6.
Sure.
Unexpected error has occurred. I have no idea how a 1d6 breaks my Java.
It's because I'm involved somehow.
Probably what transpires. Alright. Just gonna...
Alright.
Just gonna hope that nothing bad happened. It's a great idea, I know. Nothing bad happened.
Ignore it and it'll go away.
That's how I deal with most Java issues.
Okay, well, let's see here. You managed to get the ye old trusty roller cab all the way out there to 340. Driving it for you is pretty slow, not because of the actual vehicle, but because Trusty Tony's like he saw how to do this once, and like some sort of like semi-drive. Like maybe Trusty Tony at some point like took like a truck driver course. Like maybe he thought about being like a truck driver, and this is how he knows at least the basics. I don't know.
Sure.
But he's able to, you know, manipulate the rig out there. That's what he finds. The little pickup that couldn't is still there. Mucked and gunked up in all of those bodies. Basically, it's what happened with the rig out there on 340, with the bodies just stuck in there, and it just couldn't drive out. As for actual active zombie activity, there's no bear up on the overpass. And the only zombies that he ends up spotting are two that are milling around the truck, just slowly walking away, who look like that.
Oh, I remember these guys. Oh.
Stout in nature, short, squat, just slowly milling about, but their heads rotate to look at the vehicle that Trusty Tony is driving as you pull it up slowly to a stop. Of course, you don't have to go down there. They're in the ravine where the truck is.
Hmm.
And they slowly begin to shamble towards the big rig.
Well, they have to climb the hill, and knowing them and climbing, they'll probably break their legs halfway up it.
They attempt to climb, but it seems that they haven't mastered the basic concepts of how you actually grapple onto something and move up, so they just stay down there in the ravine by the truck.
Well, these ones are clever.
Clever.
Yeah, I've been in situations where I've seen some of the zombies just continually try to crawl upstairs and break their legs, and, you know, it's happened multiple times. They don't learn from each other, so eventually
Good
then...
times.
I've seen the stair thing.
Ace will say, like, well, yeah, but that actually reminds me, remember those zombies that came in with that desiccation thing? They actually climbed the stairs just fine.
Yeah, they're getting smarter. These, I've seen these before, if I remember correctly. It was back at that military base in the middle of the Pennsylvania woods. These ones are a little bit harder to take out if I remember correctly, a single shot to the head, if you do with the max damage with the 9mm, will not kill them. So he's basically saying they could take a few hits.
I just like the over-technical turns, like Trusty Tony begins saying, a single headshot dealing max damage. And like, wait.
They'll take a few hits.
So I had to do something. We need to give the description of the zombie. Which ones am I dealing with? Oh god, those
Stout zombies.
stout zombies. Okay.
They can take a hit.
Go ahead and make a difficult intelligence test for me, Jordan. That's 1d10 plus intelligence.
Alright. And break Java.
Okay. Java's already broken. That's fine. We didn't change a whole lot on the map. Trusty Tony doesn't remember anything else about these.
What's good, because I don't remember anything about them.
Nah.
I do, but I'm not in that character.
Yeah, I was going to offer the possibility of giving you extra knowledge if Trusty Tony had remembered things, but it had been some time ago, you know? He's fought a lot of zombies.
They all start milling about in the same sort of zombie-ish visage after a while.
Ace says, well, there's only two of them. We should be able to execute them pretty easily enough. Well, hell, we could probably just get out of the vehicle and their heads are right there in front of us.
How far away?
It would be like if you got out of the vehicle and you look down like the edge of the ravine. It's a 10-foot fall, and they, for their part, are attempting to climb up that edge to get to you, and are failing and sliding back down every single time. And the ground's pretty hard. So their fingers are just jabbing into it, but they can't get any purchase. Not that they really understand the principles of climbing anyway.
Well, either the idea is we take care of these and then get the truck out, or we could... You're doing what?
If you want to take care of those, let me do it. It's quieter than I...
Okay. I was going to say it's probably best that you shoot with your crossbow, because I don't want to be shooting a gun that will draw untold numbers of other people in this direction.
Maybe bears.
Yes, maybe a bear.
Not both.
Why not both? Yes. Okay.
Alright.
Well, if
Is there anyone that can work around so I don't have to look straight down at them?
Sure. You could find a spot. And I'm not gonna make you do attack rolls, seeing as how they're pretty stationary in position, and by firing at a good downward angle, their heads are the ones that are exposed. Instead, what I'm gonna have you do is roll damage to see how many crossbow bolts it takes you.
Alright. First I'm actually firing the thing. Alright.
Okay. That is not enough for a kill on one of these. Alright, that plus the roll of 12 is enough. You kill one of them, and then as soon as, like it fully punctures right in the head, or maybe like in its eye and gets right in the brain, the entire thing explodes.
What the shit fucking hell? Okay.
And the zombie who is standing next to it goes flying, we'll say, backwards towards the truck, along with all manners of blood, gore, chunks, bone matter, muscle, remnants of meals that have been long since eaten. That goes over the truck, over the hillside. I want Grace to go ahead and make a difficult willpower test for me at a -2. Probably should be higher, but given the situation, it is far away. It doesn't reach up as far up to get you. It only goes up half the hill.
D10. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that is a failure. Let me go ahead and roll a 1d10. And that is basically just going to be a straight up 1d10.
Still glad I moved away.
Alright, just some minor jitters. Not a success tail. But yeah. Blood, gore, all sorts of body refuse and debris just go showering up into the air all around the thing. Actually blows a chunk. Like, the force of the blast is so percussive and strong, and it takes out a bit of the hill that it was standing, at the bottom of the base that it's trying to climb up. Dirt goes flying as well, along with grass.
That's the thing they did.
That would have been helpful to know.
And the other zombie picks itself up and begins slowly walking back to the same position.
You probably want to kill it before it blows up next to the car.
Yeah.
The truck doesn't look like it's taken damage, but it's just covered now with... It's all over the windshield. There's a thick coating of body mass.
Fletch will have to clean it up.
If you want to drive this thing anywhere, you're going to have to clean it up.
Drive that thing.
I'm not going to have to clean it up. I'm going to drive it like Ace Ventura style.
I was about to suggest that Ace Ventura.
Alrighty.
Bear runs past, nips off the head.
Well, I had a good run.
Good run, everyone. If you want to use crossbow bolts on this one as well, then go for it.
Do we even have anything to clean that off with, though, Tony?
Lowe's probably does.
We aren't at Lowe's.
We'll get there. Shh.
I don't see the reason in causing another explosion if we can't drive the car there.
I can drive the car there. I'm not asking you to drive the car. I'm the one driving the car.
I don't remember whether Fletch took the keys with him. I think he did.
Well, then Trusty Tony's going to have to break in. And it's not the first time Trusty Tony's had to break into a car.
Do you have literally anything we can use to get the gore at least off the windshield, maybe the handles?
He says we'll just use some clothes laying around. There's lots of people down there. We'll just
take
some rags out of it. Yes.
I mean, that's yeah. Trusty Tony was going... Well, Trusty Tony had a thought for a moment. He's like, I could offer my suit, and then he's like, no. Never.
Trusty Tony needs a new suit anyway.
Yeah.
It got perforated with a little bit of grenade shrapnel, I think.
Yeah. And I got a shotgun shells. Yeah, this is like the third suit he's ruined.
It just regenerates over time. Anyhow, I'm gonna take out the thing. You guys get your heads behind something. In case this thing blows up too much.
It's gonna blow up.
Of course it's gonna blow up.
Alright, that's not enough to finish it. That is. Same exact thing.
Ducking behind something after the last one's loose. And subtracting those crossbow.
Yeah. We won't have you make a second fear test right now, because you're expecting it, and it is a distance, so it doesn't damage you. Okay.
Alright.
Those bolts are lost now.
Yeah, you're not going to be retrieving those bolts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could
Okay,
retrieve the other ones, but
On the bright side, there is a shallower path down the hill.
Ace says, yeah, bright side.
through the
I
door.
just, and Ace, is cringing his teeth. For all that talk about not making any noise, he looks, around him. He definitely made some.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
in for a penny, in for a pound. I do have a phone call.
Okay.
Beggars can't be choosers at this point. But if we work quickly enough, we'll be able to get out of here before any of the faster-ish ones will be able to get here.
Alright. I remember other times where... No, it doesn't matter. We just get down there, I guess. Nothing to do about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly make your way down to the little uncanny valley there with the overpass, not too far above the truck, and begin slowly wrestling to, push the truck, basically, the three of you, to a spot where it's basically freed up so that it can move.
Mm-hmm.
And if it had been flipped over, I don't remember the exact situation, it has been 2 weeks, and I didn't make a note of it. You straightened that out as well. Does take some time, and a bit of endurance loss, but that's nothing that can't be recovered fast enough anyway.
Mm-hmm. And are we going to assume that it's been,
I think it's more interesting. I'm pretty sure I remember Ryan say that he locked it up and took the keys with him.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So we're going to have to break into this pickup truck now.
Yes, I think Grace can help with that. But we'll wait for Chris to come back. Meanwhile, back on the roof.
Back on the roof.
So, how long have you been Potman?
A few years since I started dealing full time.
You were dealing part-time?
Yeah,
How long were you dealing part-time?
like since I was in middle school.
Really? Didn't you
Yeah.
get in trouble?
Sure.
You still did it.
Yeah, I made a lot of money.
Is that why you did it?
Sure. I don't know. Yeah.
You don't look like the wealthy sort.
Well, I mean, I made a lot more money than I would have been making.
Would you have?
I think so.
So, where did you have like a supplier? Was it like a Colombian drug cartel?
No, I was the supplier. That's how I know how to grow things.
You were a supplier and a dealer.
Kinda. I'd sell to dealers, mostly. I used to drive to Scranton every couple of weeks. Sell people.
Scranton.
A lot.
Scranton. Missy
It
says
wasn't-
New Jersey.
It wasn't too far from where I lived. And there were a lot more people.
I thought you were from Philadelphia.
It's not that far away.
It isn't?
And
You-
I'm not from Philadelphia.
Where are you from then?
I'm from Romero.
Oh, Romero. Where's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Zane looks at Missy. Missy shrugs. Okay, so you grew pot, and that's how you know how to grow food?
It's how I know how to grow plants, yeah.
All right. Did you have any pot seeds that you sprinkled down in the labs?
Not yet.
Ah.
Yeah, that was one of the things we made sure to grab before we left.
The pot seeds?
Yeah.
Doesn't that fuck with your judgment. Like, I had a dare officer come to my school, and he told me that, I mean, marijuana's bad.
Potman just gives him an "Are you fucking kidding me?" look.
I mean, you know, the THC in it impairs your sperm
Your
count.
feel bad centers, yeah.
It makes you impotent, and
No, it doesn't.
it makes you eat a whole lot.
That's true. Yeah, it makes you happy, hungry, and sleepy.
But not sexually impaired.
No.
Zane looks over at Missy. Missy shrugs. Zane looks back to Potman. But the dare officer, like, he
Was
walked
trying to trick you into not smoking
Why?
because it's illegal.
And then, like a little kid, why?
Because lumber consortiums paid off the government to make it illegal.
You sound like Ace.
Ace is a smart guy.
I'm back.
So, what do lumber consortiums have to do with it?
Well, back in the day, the hemp industry was at risk of putting, part of the lumber industry out of business because you could make paper out of hemp. So, they paid off a bunch of senators to make pot illegal.
I made a mistake.
What happened, Jordan?
I went outside in shorts. It's 24 degrees outside.
I wonder why you turned into Darth Vader. You know, I ran my air conditioner here yesterday. It got that hot.
Yeah, it was 60 degrees here. So I can only assume what it is in South Carolina.
Oh, shit.
But I have a winter weather advisory
Oh.
tonight.
Oh. You might see winter happen again.
Last time I saw winter was the day before Thanksgiving.
Alright. At any rate, Zane will say the hemp can be used to make paper?
Yeah, hemp can be used to make just about everything.
Hemp paper?
Yeah,
How does that even look?
probably brown until you bleach it. That's what they do with paper, too.
You can bleach paper?
Why do you think paper's white? It's made out of brown wood.
Zane's like John hinges, and he has like that, like epiphany look on his face.
Of course he does.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, man. Deeper you go, crazier the shit is.
I thought tree pulp was just white.
No, it's made out of wood. You know that, like, crappy brown recycled paper?
Yeah.
That's what paper actually looks like.
Oh.
How do you not know that?
I don't ask questions.
Really?
And then Zane, perhaps in a moment of self-awareness, notices how condemning that statement was of him. Huh. Wait, how do you know all these things?
'Cause I do? How do you not?
'Cause I don't?
There you go.
Wait a minute. No, you're trying to trick me.
Man, I'm not smart enough to trick you.
I don't know about that. You do seem pretty knowledgeable about the world.
Man,
That's
that's
just
just because I had people when I was growing up who told me the truth about things.
Like how the government's putting stuff in the water.
Oh. Well, I had people who told me the truth.
You had dare officers and shit. Fucking government people.
What's wrong with dare officers?
They're fucking government people and pigs.
They help protect us.
They do that zombie shit. Remember that thing the government did that totally ruined the world?
Okay, look, there's a difference between a DARE officer and a fucking Nazi-speaking doctor, okay?
Hey, they're all working for the same people.
Are they?
Aren't they?
Well, they're all dead now, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So it doesn't even matter anyway.
Yeah, I guess they really didn't know what they were talking about. What with them being dead and me being alive?
Zane, like, cautiously looks over towards Missy, who at this point is laughing.